Our first priority is to strengthen our digital capabilities. Today, we are one of the most connected cities in the world and amongst the first to roll out a 5G standalone network. In parallel, we have built digital utilities like SingPass, MyInfo, and PayNow that allow our people and businesses to access digital services and transact seamlessly and safely. We will invest further to meet our future needs. We will upgrade our broadband infrastructure to increase broadband access speeds by around 10 times over the next few years. We will also invest in future technologies like 6G to ride the next communications and connectivity wave. The use cases for such high speeds are still nascent, but there are many new possibilities for augmented and virtual reality tools limited only by our imagination. Alongside infrastructure improvements, I will set aside an additional $200 million over the next few years to enhance schemes that build digital capabilities in our businesses and workers. More details can be found in the annex, and the Minister for Communications and Information will also elaborate further at the COS. Second, we will push for pervasive innovation across the economy. Innovation is built on strong R&D foundations, and that is why over the years we have steadily increased the government's investment in R&D, maintaining it at about 1% of GDP, comparable to other small advanced economies. I will continue to sustain our investments in R&D with $25 billion set aside under the Research, Innovation and Enterprise, or RIE 2025 strategy. Public investments in R&D also serve as a catalyst for similar investments in the private sector. Unfortunately, our total business expenditure on R&D still lags other economies. Presently, most of this R&D is driven by MNCs, which have greater scale and better resources. Local enterprises, which comprise about 80% of all firms, account for only about a quarter of total business R&D expenditure in Singapore. I will therefore provide more support for our local firms to undertake R&D activities. We currently have a network of more than 80 centers across our polytechnics and ITE, engaging in technology, innovation, and enterprise activities. These centers work closely with SMEs to undertake industry projects, many of which have led to new innovations. So such collaborations are a win-win. SMEs get to tap on the R&D capabilities in our polytechnics and ITE, while students can contribute meaningfully to these projects and gain valuable hands-on industry experience. So to further support such collaborations, I will increase the capacity of the centers so that they can provide research and innovation support to more SMEs. Over the next 5 years, these centers will be able to undertake close to 2,000 innovation projects across 5 pilot sectors: agri-tech, construction, food manufacturing, precision engineering, and retail. And this amounts to an 8-fold increase in the number of innovation projects undertaken in these sectors. So we look forward to many more success stories in the coming years. Third, we will strengthen our local enterprise ecosystem. For the broad base of SMEs, our priority is to raise their productivity. SMEs can make use of the Productivity Solutions Grant, or PSG, to implement digital and automation solutions. I will set aside around $600 million to expand the range of available solutions under the PSG and push for greater take-up of productivity solutions by SMEs. We estimate this will support more than 100,000 productivity projects over the next 4 years. This is more than double the number of projects supported since the scheme began. Larger local enterprises need more customized assistance to scale up and invest in overseas markets. I will support them with a new initiative called Singapore Global Enterprises. Under this initiative, we will provide bespoke assistance tailored to the needs of promising local enterprises in areas like innovation, internationalization, and the fostering of partnerships with other firms. Many of these enterprises also need more support in talent development. So we will launch a new Singapore Global Executive Program to help them to attract and nurture the next generation of leaders through industry and overseas attachments, mentorships, and peer support networks. Besides grants and bespoke assistance, some companies also need help with their financing needs. We provide such help through the Enterprise Financing Scheme, and I will enhance two components of the scheme. I will expand the M&A loan program to include domestic M&A activities from 1st April this year to 31st March 2026. This will support companies to grow and expand through mergers and acquisitions. I had earlier announced the extension of the enhanced trade loan till September this year. Beyond this 6-month extension, I will maintain the enhanced 70% risk share under the trade loan for enterprises venturing into more nascent markets like Bangladesh or Brazil. And we hope this will encourage our enterprises to seek untapped opportunities in these markets.